Welcome back to MoAre5 losers bracket, quarterfinals, losers bracket 2 actually, or quarterfinals 2. We have backed against DraCoNT with Turks, Berbers, Incas against Italians, Mongols, interesting, and Byzantines. Malay Burmese, Aztecs, Mayans, band, no surprise here. And actually DraCoNT showed his draft, his practice draft after the actual draft on the Wobbly Gamer, because then I was there for a few minutes and he actually had the civilizations he wanted to, so it looks pretty good for him. But let's see, we have BacT with Turks against DraCoNT Italians in the first game, and BacT is on the feudal age, that's why I'm going into the game early on. We're going to see a feudal war, we're going to see main gold and main stone forward here for BacT with 4 villages on the main stone, and he's sending the 5 villages forward now. One really close to space, second gold, the third gold on the left hand side outside, second gold safe in the back. BacT at the inside, I think. Where's the second stone? I don't see that yet. On the right hand side actually, so quite close. And BacT moving forward, going with the market. That's pretty much the Jon Snow tower hop, because this is usually how he has done his tower hops. Now, of course, DraCoNT is attacking this quickly, and I think he should be able to get that house up. That was a mistake by BacT. He cannot go in right now, so he needs to go through the walls, and DraCoNT for now has no need to wall this too quick. Another really close on the left hand side, 2 extra gold, one really in the neutral zone. Let's go for DraCoNT's base actually, while BacT is trying to go in. DraCoNT on the way to feudal age with the main stone safe in the back, going there immediately with 3 villages. With Italians, you don't really need a castle, but I guess to get some watchtowers up, DraCoNT will need stone. And the first watchtower on the way, a little bit late, but he couldn't build it earlier. I think maybe he should have put 2 houses in front of that, and now that watchtower is going to be under heavy attack already. 1 villager going down. Loom has been done by DraCoNT, but the wills from BacT actually going out. Not sure why. Main gold on the side here, back-ish, side-ish, I don't know. Second gold safe in the back, extra stone in the back, which DraCoNT can see, good for him. We have extra berries here on the left hand side, close to the second stone, and another relic here. The last relic on the right hand side. And now market coming up from DraCoNT, quickly rewalling, I don't know, this hole. Yes, where's BacT this villager going? Actually another watchtower up on the left hand side. And BacT again, taking time to go through that wall, but another watchtower coming up from DraCoNT as well, and he will be able to click up to Castle Age. Now with Italians it's cheaper, that's why he has 100 food left, and 4 villages on stone to get more watchtowers, I guess. Now those villages have a hard time because there is 1 watchtower on the right hand side, 1 watchtower on the left, and I think DraCoNT should go for fletching if it didn't already. No, but fletching coming in now, very important upgrade, and he's sending villages into the tower to make sure that BacT cannot get this tower up without any fight here, and that's what's actually happening. Another villager going down. BacT is losing a lot here. This villager cannot get attacked yet, so the watchtower will go up. No, actually the villager is down. And now with the fletching coming up, I think, yes, DraCoNT needs to stay with the villagers inside the towers, but finally the watchtower from BacT is up. The thing is, DraCoNT is up to Castle Age. I'm expecting to see a siege workshop immediately, and maybe a second TC, someone on the main gold, a wood line, something like that, or maybe on the other side actually in a more safe position. Siege workshop coming up, maybe a monastery first. Actually, now BacT is saying, let's go in, let's attack this tower, and he's actually successfully doing that. Look at this. DraCoNT is repairing, but BacT is going with a lot of attack. Now this gate and 2 palisades, actually this palisade on 14 HP could go down, but DraCoNT saying, let's go and put down the gate. And DraCoNT still repairing. Look at this is just crazy. BacT doing wheelbarrow. Now DraCoNT moving in the mangonel, and also with the villagers, he lost the tower, but BacT, I think, it's 5 villages ahead even. Interesting to see another watchtower coming up. The mangonels for DraCoNT should be fine though, they should be really helpful. BacT does not have any military units on the field like scouts or archers, something like that. Barracks only now coming up, stable coming up, makes sense, but is it going to be enough? I guess he will be a little bit late. BacT only now doing fletching, which he should have done earlier as well. BacT, as you can see, not so far away from Castle Age, but he's now decided to go more forward still with the villages with towers. Problem is, watchtower going down, this watchtower won't go up. 2 mangonels are actually enough, and BacT's tower push pretty much stopped here. Now BacT should click. I think instead he's doing scouts. This is a mistake in my opinion, because I think DraCoNT should wall this now. Actually put a stone wall behind this wall here, and the villager moving in, but repairing of course, and DraCoNT repairing, and nice shot on the scout, the first scout coming in. DraCoNT does not have a barracks up, but he should wall this, which he isn't doing. And he's Scorpion actually coming in here as well, and the watchtower only outside. There is the piece of wall coming up. 1 villager going to re-wall here, and DraCoNT is safe for now. Does he have any extra TCs yet? Yes, on the wood line here, actually not on the main gold, but that's alright. Can fit a lot of farms around. Still going for stone, so he still can build more watchtowers if he needs it. And the mangonels now making sure that not even this watchtower is going up. That means DraCoNT for now is safe. 41 villages against only 33. BacT actually sacrificed a lot here, and BacT still in feudal age, but now able to click up to Castle Age. 27 minutes castle time. That's more of an Arabia time, and even for Arabia this is considered pretty late, I guess. So BacT with 13 villages behind, 14, 15, 16. DraCoNT doing card because why not, I guess. We have no more mangonels, 3 TCs up and running, and DraCoNT looking good now with a lot of farms up already, going to boom here. Is he going for a monastery somewhere? It's possible for him. I think he should do it. Should try to get at least those 2 relics in that are close to his base. I guess he can see them. Yes, he cannot see a lot about BacT's map, but he's so far ahead already. Now Bosu coming in from BacT. Is he going for TCs, for a castle, for what is BacT going here? Monastery coming up in the back. I'm not sure about that, but I guess it's not wrong. Siege Workshop is up, and second monastery coming up. Is BacT going to Monk Rush here? What is that all about? Don't really understand that. Maybe it was a misclick and he wanted to go for another Siege Workshop, but he's going Monks. The Turks. Okay, Turks Monks are actually quite decent in Castle Age. And BacT also on the way to Imperial Age, that explains it. But DraCoNT also going up with the castle coming up in front of his main TC, a few more houses on the left hand side. Probably should build a few more houses here on the right hand side as well. And I guess we're going to see, yes, barracks coming up. We're going to see Conquerors from DraCoNT here. So BacT can't really do a lot with this earlier imp because DraCoNT is the one who will have castle up, and he will be able to go with a lot of condos. There's the castle coming up from BacT. Thing is, BacT is up to Imperial Age first, but not with the castle up yet. I'm expecting to see bombard cannons now. Let's go a little bit slower. And yes, bombard cannon on the way, bombard cannon on the way. Trebuchets, no, Janissaries actually. And BacT trying to take the forward gold here from DraCoNT. DraCoNT up to Imp, going with the Trebuchet of his own. And we are seeing Conquerors coming in immediately, forging on the way. Conquerors will be good against gunpowder units, so hand grenades and Janissaries actually not that strong against the Italians here. And plate mail armor coming in, Peradach armor from BacT. We're going to see a little bit of a cast of Imperial Age fight, early Imperial Age, with 41 against 89 villages, and this is huge actually. So DraCoNT should have an advantage here. I think DraCoNT will wait for enough army to actually be able to push here. He may lose the castle, but he should be able to get another trebuchet out. And he's got 90 villagers working, 6 idols, okay, that's 85 villagers working. Few houses. I don't like this because it's taking up a lot of space. Don't know why players are placing their houses in the back in such an awkward style. There's the Conquerors moving forward. The Janissaries could get into the castle, but it's not happening. BacT actually losing a lot of those units, but DraCoNT is losing the Conquerors, not all of them. That means DraCoNT can still take down bombard cannons. There's actually 2 of them going down, and more Conquerors moving in to take down yet another bombard cannon. It's not happening yet. There's not 2 trebuchets hitting that forward castle from BacT. BacT's repairing, but how long can you hold it? I don't think too long. I think he needed more villages. And DraCoNT resources looking alright. BacT has a lot of gold, which is good for him, but he's losing that forward castle. No more Janissaries for him. A lot of bombard cannons going down. BacT now buying food. What's the new plan here? Archer range is coming up, so hand cannons or cav archers? That's the question for me. I guess cav archers. DraCoNT asking really, not sure what he means. Does he mean the gold? Does he mean the archer range? I don't know. And yeah, BacT actually not knowing either. Let's see what DraCoNT has in mind here. Just quickly change. One hand cannoneer, but no cav archers coming in. With the castle in the defensive position here for BacT. He's going for hand cannoneers. He has 1 cannoneer converted, but you can see +4 defense is done. And BacT still with 1 TC only. I don't think that's a good idea. The castle going down really fast. BacT calling GG because Italians Conquerors is too strong at this point against the gunpowder units, and BacT not able to go for like cav archers or anything. So game 1, DraCoNT winning here, Italians against Turks. Very nice game for me. Let's go into game 2. And in the second game, we're going to see Incas or Berbers, and we're going to see Mongols, Byzantines. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Byzantines, but not sure. Incas or Berbers, let's see what BacT is planning to do. We have Berbers against Byzantines, BacT again in orange, and again going up to feudal age fast. I don't really like this, not sure why, there's really no reason to, but he's going to send villages forward. Actually, BacT with a really nice map. Main stone on the side here, but inside. Main gold, safe in the back. Second gold, safe in the back. Second stone and second gold, but they're both inside, and BacT can see them, which is good for him. Only third gold outside. 2 deer inside, 2 deer outside, not a big problem. 1 relic close, and that's actually it. This relic more in a neutral zone. Let's switch to DraCoNT's point of view. BacT again going with the market, this time putting a little bit more HP on it, and DraCoNT, instead of attacking the market, which he did last time, now this time he's going to build a few houses. It needs actually, I think, like 4 or 5 villages would be better. And now DraCoNT moving backwards because the tower is up, market getting destroyed, and of course the villages getting dropped inside. DraCoNT on the way to feudal age now. Second gold forward inside, or actually third gold, I guess, forward inside. The main gold a little bit trapped. yeah, I'm not sure if it's technically bugged. I guess it didn't call for the restart here. We have the second gold and an extra gold safe in the back for DraCoNT here, and he can see them, which is good for him. And a second stone also safe, where he's putting the mining camp right now. The main stone forward. Now, of course, BacT going in with another watchtower with the villagers. Let's see how DraCoNT can defend from this. His base is actually pretty wide here still, because no buildings are up yet. And on the right-hand side, we see a few palisades. BacT this time with a good attack, I feel. One outpost coming up from DraCoNT just to see what BacT is actually doing inside his base. And I think DraCoNT needs like at least one tower, maybe two towers here on this left-hand side. Should send villagers immediately to build maybe a house there. Now BacT building outpost of his own and two more watchtowers coming up. The thing is, BacT cannot see the main gold from DraCoNT yet. He can see the second gold, or third gold actually, it is, which is inside. But he cannot see the second gold. And now that watchtower coming up to protect the gold and on the house. So on the right-hand side, DraCoNT is fully walled. And BacT going with military, I don't know. No barracks up. That means we won't see any archers, which Winchester would probably do here, and we're not going to see any scouts anytime soon. DraCoNT, with good resources, may be able to click up to Castle Age within the next 2-3 minutes. And watchtower fight on the right hand side, or watchtower raise. No, it's actually an outpost here from BacT, so watchtower on the right hand side will protect this big wood line from DraCoNT here. Watchtower coming up. Is anybody going for fletching yet? A market actually, and nice walls on the left here. That watchtower should be able to protect the main gold for now. And DraCoNT, I think, will buy 100 food and a click up to Castle Age, because why not? He's still building more villagers. Maybe he wants to delay his Castle Age a little bit to get a stronger economy going. Blacksmith now coming up, so he needs a second building. That makes sense to get more villagers out. And I'm going to go a little bit faster here. Don't see a reason to go slow. BacT actually going with another watchtower to maybe try and go in on the right hand side, but I think DraCoNT should be able to stonewall this later on, and if he wanted to, he could do it right now. Now DraCoNT on the way to Castle Age, Horse coming in, BacT with another watchtower. He was starting to take stone, I think. Those villagers don't have a drop-off point. Stable coming up now inside DraCoNT's space. I think that's a good idea, but DraCoNT pretty much fully walled already, except for this little opening where he maybe should have put that barracks actually. Would prefer to see that outside. Oh, nah, it's better it's inside. And he needs to wall the house, then he will be fine. Is the house coming up? Not yet. BacT not close to Castle Age, and of course with scout production going on, he won't be able to click up too early on. Now mining camp coming from BacT. One really close actually on space. One really close to the extra berries here. Deer outside, and at last really close to an extra gold and extra stone. But right now the action is inside DraCoNT space. The siege workshop now coming up because DraCoNT is up to Castle Age. So what are we going to see? Siege workshop immediately. Maybe a TC. I guess not yet. Actually, TC coming up on the woodline. A nice idea. With Byzantines, I'm expecting to see monks later on if DraCoNT will actually push, or maybe it's just going to boom up to Imp and try to go for the trash units, for bombard cannons, for siege rams, something like that. We are going to find out soon. BacT going for fletching finally, and house coming up. This is not fully walled yet, so BacT with a few scouts, he could move in, but now there's the first mangonels hitting the single tower on the right hand side. Of course, villagers are here to repair. It's one right now, and you don't really need more. Finally, archer range, and the first arch is on the way into these towers, but I think he should have gone early on. I think Winchester has a really good build order on that. He knows how to play this, and I'm really interested to find out how he's going to play against the Viper, which probably will have happened already when this game is going up to YouTube, but right now it has not happened yet. It's going to happen really soon for me. Looking forward to that. And now we can see 3 mangonels hitting the first watchtower, second watchtower going down, the third watchtower will go down within seconds now. That scout cannot really do a lot, and the archers have to run away from those 3 mangonels as well. Castle Age on the waste. Gold mining, stone mining coming up from BacT. DraCoNT with 2 TC still. Yeah, but he will be fine with that. We'll be able to get rid of a lot of towers here. And BacT does not have enough stone to get a castle up. Especially not forward, because there's 3 mangonels and a few spearmen doing all the jobs that they need to do, which is stop the scouts and attack the towers, stop the villagers from building anything. You can see the villagers going with the siege workshop now, but I'm not sure if the siege workshop is going to stay up for long. One knight now coming out. This is a good idea to take down a mangonel, and BacT trying to micro the archers. The second knight on the way, but now there's the monastery, and that means DraCoNT will be able to go with a few monks. We'll be able to convert knights quite fast here. BacT at home is going with the university, maybe trying to go for fast imp again. I don't know, I don't really like the idea. I think he should go for TCs now. He is 22 villagers, 23 villagers behind. Guard tower upgrade actually done. Interesting to see, 8+2 range as well. And there's the castle coming up for DraCoNT, and this castle will secure all his space actually, so he will be fine after that. few villages idle, this castle only on 200 HP, and we have seen a few times where the own mangonel hit that castle or the enemy mangonel. In this case, I think the castle will go up. And these guard towers, they have 10 range, 1-for-1 here. The knights going back because I think there's some monks or maybe spearmen. Yeah, there's actually a monk converting, and a knight got converted. Good job here for DraCoNT. This guard tower will not finish in time. The castle will go up first, and DraCoNT will be safe. Also, DraCoNT not far away from clicking up to Imperial Age, so it's got a good working economy. 68 villagers. Come on, one more, please. 4 MEMP, 69. That's the number you want to see. Now it's 68, clicking up to Imp, and with the castle up, I think DraCoNT will be safe. He will be able to get rid of the towers, and then the question is, what is he going to do in Imperial Age? Now, both are coming up from BacT. He's not far away from Imp, but he has not a really good economy. Finally going with the second TC, I think he will click up, and then he will go with more villagers, maybe 30 TC even coming up soon. The thing is, with Byzantines, the Imperial Age is still cheaper, so DraCoNT still has a lot of resources in the bank. Gold mining coming up, boat arrow crossbowman actually on the way, so we're going to see Arbalest apparently, and I guess we will see some siege. I would prefer to see siege rams against the upcoming camel archers, or the possible camel archers. No relics being picked up at all, but the mangonel are moving forward to attack the stable, and the castle is doing the same thing. And DraCoNT just waiting for Imp, I think waiting to get Bracer and the Arbalest upgrade, and then he will move out. Where's the Arbalest coming in? Chemistry actually coming in first, so maybe bombard cannons is the idea here for DraCoNT. Really not sure, because he stopped crossbow production, not doing Arbalest, not doing Bracer. I think chemistry first is probably the way to go. Chemistry first is good because then it takes quite some time, as you can see. Research time is like is that 100 seconds, I think? And now trap out to get rid of the towers, these annoying towers. DraCoNT will be able to take his main stone, and he is in a good population lead, has more military units, and the question is, what is BacT going to do here? A few stables coming up, BacT doing handcart, but he's not going up to Imp at all. Instead, a 30 C is finally coming up, or finally came up. It's too little too late, I guess, because DraCoNT is just ahead, and this advantage that he has, being up faster, being ahead in economy, being ahead in military units, I think he will be able to hold this. Now, BacT trying to catch a few relics, grab a few of them, bring them back, but the Arbalest catching, that's what I want to say, catching one of those monks. Siege Workshop finally going down. DraCoNT is going for bombard cannons and trebuchets moving forward. Actually, there's a tower hitting already. Not sure what that is all about, but DraCoNT is just saying, no, I can ignore that. I'm going forward. I want to go into BacT space. I want to send my early Imperial Age army to do some damage. BacT doing bloodlines now. I think BacT probably committing to Castle Age units now, with only 3 knights at the moment. Husbandry coming in, doesn't really have a lot of food, that's the problem. The castle now coming up, but this castle will be in range of the bombard cannons as well as the trebuchet once they're moving a little bit more forward. And 4 or 5 stables, knight production is starting. There is a lot of Arbalest on the field, 6+4 attacks, so they will be able to deal with knights quite well, even though they may be fully upgraded Castle Age knights. There's a few elite skirmishers as well, I guess. DraCoNT expected to see camel archers, which BacT is not producing. I think camel archers at this point in the game not really the best unit choice. Now BacT finally going with a good economy with 4 TCs. Actually both players on 100 villagers, but the thing is, with heavy plow coming from BacT, he's still in no position to click up, and DraCoNT I think should see the stables, and seeing the stables he should go for pikemen immediately. So we have Byzantines, yes, of course, pikemen even cheaper. Just thinking we had Turks before in the game. Barracks coming up there. Here we go, so DraCoNT seeing and reacting, the castle going down, the Arbalest elite skirmishers moving forward. BacT 24 military units, this is good, but more than 50 for DraCoNT here. And then camel archers going down. These knights are almost fully upgraded. Now they are +2/+2 and bloodlines, husbandry, all the upgrades done. Actually, they're taking down one of the trebuchets, but the other is still standing. And knights coming around. Interesting attack. Also on the left hand side of TC for BacT, on the right hand side of your houses. Those knights have to move away though. They are raiding now, going for the villages. Makes sense. You don't want to see any more forward buildings. The thing is, the trebuchet is hitting the monastery. We'll go for the stables next, and 71 against 8 military units is like really dominating here, really dominating performance for DraCoNT, for Lizard as they call them. I don't really know why, I didn't really catch that, but I guess Arena Players Association has its own rules. And DraCoNT 2-0 in the lead, taking 2 games from BacT in a row. Can he go with 3-0? I had to cut a few seconds of the last part of game 2 because it could have considered as a spoiler. There's the last draft game coming up now, Incas against Mongols, and we already have a match game for DraCoNT. Let's go in. Actually, DraCoNT with Mongols obviously has a plan because he's going up to field age. He's going to be there at 8:29, sending villagers forward already, and he has Loom done, I think. So he's going to go with the market and the tower most likely. Can BacT see it? He can see the villagers right now. He knows what's coming up. I think he should send a villager to block this, and DraCoNT is up to feudal age. He's building the first watchtower, and BacT is also going up to feudal age early on, is not earlier than DraCoNT here. So we're going to see the reverse style here. We're going to see a tower rush now by Mongols against Incas. I don't really think that's a good idea because Incas have cheaper towers, cheaper walls, everything 15% cheaper. I'm not sure if the walls are cheaper. Maybe that's not true. The towers are, the TCs are. Let's go for the maps here while DraCoNT is trying to go in. Actually, the second gold and the second stone forward outside, the third gold outside. We have the main gold for BacT very close to the TC, somewhere in the back, 3 here in the back. A lot of nothing here, a lot of space actually, and good wood lines. But we have the main stone on the side here, and this should be good enough for BacT, while the second stone is forward outside. And now BacT is going for the counter rush here. Oh my god, this is going to be so fun. You can see the tower coming up here. I'm not sure if DraCoNT can see it. Quick walls coming up, DraCoNT can see, sending the villagers back. Wanted to build a mining camp here, but it's not happening, and this palisade is actually going up. Oh my god. BacT sacrificed the villager, but he's getting up the tower. Now DraCoNT is not moving in because there's 2 watchtowers already, and BacT is the one who's returning the favor and saying, okay, let's try to go into your base now. We have the second gold for DraCoNT forward outside, or maybe the third. No, this is actually the third gold. The second on the right hand side he has walled in. Well, it's actually technically inside his base now. The main gold also on the side here. On the left hand side, the second stone inside. Look at this, there's 2 trees actually blocking, and the main stone safe in the back. But BacT is the one who's going in, and this watchtower is not going to stop the villagers ultimately. Now, I think with the watchtower coming up, yeah, BacT needs to go back here, and DraCoNT will be safe for some time. But he's not going forward, he's only taking gold forward here. And DraCoNT, as you can see, 250 food, 200 gold. BacT, not the gold, but the food he has as well, and now he's going for gold. He's also going for the deer here, and BacT I think has more watchtowers up, so he is safe inside his base. At the same time, he could still move in, but it's not happening. He's going back. He may even get rid of those towers. Yes, he's attacking. He's sending more villagers. I think it's a good idea. A quick gate coming up here, or not? But what are the villagers doing now? Why are they running away? I don't really get that. Now BacT is sending the villagers to build a watchtower, counter watchtower coming up. This is just crazy. What has happened with this map here? Since the walls are so weak in feudal age, every player is going to go aggressive here, go through the walls, build watchtowers and whatsoever. And for now, market coming up from BacT will be able to click up to castle age very soon. I think he should go after this villager. Maybe delay. No, he's not idling his TC. DraCoNT, good resources, should be able to click up too. Needs another market as well. And maybe even buying a little food? No, I guess not. Now in the middle, this watchtower came up for DraCoNT to make sure he's staying in front here and forward, but a counter watchtower now for BacT. Fletching for any player? No. Cast age coming from both players here. And now, as you can see, there is more watchtowers on the right hand side to protect the gold. And are the stone walls getting finished? I think they should get finished here. 8 range is enough to attack this villager. These stone walls really not perfect, but I guess it's alright. Main gold with another mining camp coming up here. I don't really agree with that. And DraCoNT, just in case, re-walling here. So for now, he's safe inside his base, but there's no more forward units. And scaled armor coming from BacT, so I'm expecting to see Eagle Warriors now. Do we have a barracks yet? Yes, actually 3 barracks on the way. 2+1 Eagle Scout production started. And that means with DraCoNT being open on the right hand side, he may be in trouble really soon, because those Eagle Warriors or Eagle Scouts, soon to be Eagle Warriors, will be quite strong and will be quite annoying for him. Let's go a little bit faster because I want to see Eagle Warrior coming in immediately. DraCoNT doing handcart. What's the plan for him? It's looking like a fast Imperial Age almost. But you can't really do a fast imp against Incas, it's not going to help you at all. And there's the first Eagle Warriors coming in, +1 defense is done. And the first few villagers have to run away, maybe even one dying? No, not yet. Let's see, there's not enough Eagle Warriors to go for a big raiding, but disturbing the eco is not a big problem for them. TC actually outside for DraCoNT, and the TC coming up to protect the second stone, and a few houses here, palisade to walls, which is there's one eagle inside, and this eagle will be really annoying and will be able to kill at least one, maybe two villagers even. And BacT, of course, sending in more wills. We're going to see stables now, so night production will start soon. TC finally up, these eagles will die eventually. There's also a tower here, but they have done the damage already, and villager-wise, DraCoNT is 4 ahead, but look at the idols he has. All the villagers inside the TC are standing underneath there, and there is 14 against what is -1 military units. I haven't seen that before, not sure about it. I guess there's a little bug in the overlay, maybe I need to update that as well. Now, one knight is out, but that's all there is, and DraCoNT's economy completely idle, or half, 50% is idle. That means he cannot do a lot here. BacT looking good with the TC coming up on the forward gold from DraCoNT here, with a lot of barracks, with the siege workshop, monastery. He has one relic inside already. Those Eagle Warriors are actually really strong in Castle Age, and the Knights, they will be able to put up a good fight, but there's the Monks coming in, and now we have like almost Aztecs, Eagle Warriors and Monks. That's what we want to see from an Aztecs player, and Incas can pretty much do the same thing. They don't get, oh, what are they missing, Redemption or Atonement? I think one of them, one of the upgrades is missing, but Eagle Warriors and Monks is still a very strong combination. Now DraCoNT trying to go back on his main gold, trying to protect it with the Knights here. What is BacT doing? He's sending a ram to get rid of that stable, and he may even go for that TC if you really would want to. He's going for the house first, the mangonel coming up. BacT in a very commanding position, 69 population, now 70, and a lot of Eagle Warriors. DraCoNT is 12 villages ahead. Finally, no more idols. Actually, he's walling his villages in. This is a good idea, because there's not so many knights, but DraCoNT also is very vulnerable on the stone. As you can see, the Eagle Warriors attacking the vills again. They need to run back to the TC, and DraCoNT actually calling GG here. It's not entirely over, because DraCoNT still has villagers working, but is in a very, very unpleasant position, and he's got a lot of wood in the bank, a lot of nothing. He's gonna lose the knights to the monks here. I think there was 2 conversions already, and like this, BacT taking a game in a crazy tower rush here, but yeah, shit happens, I guess. Against the Incas, you don't really want to tower rush. We're going into game 4 now, another match game for DraCoNT. Can BacT come back actually? And it looks like we finally won't have a tower rush. Let's find out who's going to win. An Italians war, actually. Both players, I think it's pick from Spanish, Byzantines, Italians, and both players choosing to go Italians. I guess it's the strongest pick here. Now, let's see. Main gold for BacT in the safe in the back. Second stone and second gold safe in the back. Actually, quite good map. Cannot see the gold. He can see the stone, but not the gold. This is very disappointing to me. Not a good scouting here. The third gold forward outside, the main stone forward. Market and barrack stables coming up here, actually. Market for the... No, you need a blacksmith for a siege workshop, so he needs a blacksmith to be able to build a siege workshop next. Let's see, a little bit of a scout fight happening. One relic close to an extra gold here, not so far away from BacT's base. This relic a little bit closer, whereas 2 technically close to his base. DraCoNT got 1 relic close to his base here on the right hand side. Second gold on the right hand side is outside. Or I guess it's the third gold, because the second gold is safe in the back. Extra berries, doesn't really matter. Main gold and main stone forward. Not really the best map ever, but I think DraCoNT had used this restart already. Second stone outside close to another relic. And is there anything else? And I think we've seen everything except for this relic, which is somewhat in the neutral zone. And actually, I think DraCoNT also went for stables. Yes, stables and blacksmith for him. No market. Let's see. We have DraCoNT, but BacT up to Castle Age first. Is there villages forward? Is there a monastery coming up? Also on the way. Looks like 2 TCs actually. One on the main gold, close to the edge, and another TC on the wood line, I guess. Not the best TC positions. I think this TC, it's close to a lot of wood, but you can't fit a lot of farms around. Now, one spearman coming up. DraCoNT actually has done the light cav upgrade. Monastery coming up. DraCoNT with 1 extra TC coming up on the wood line. Here, a lot of space around for farms. And I guess the next TC might come up right here on this wood line and that second gold. I would like to see it in that spot. Monastery is up for DraCoNT as well, and he opened the walls with the light cav to lose 1 monk now. The light cav will go down. No, actually the scout might die and the light cav cannot take this fight. Really should get healed up. 1 monk coming to help, and that monk should probably try to heal or maybe convert a spearman. For now it's healing up this light cav. Very good idea. And DraCoNT should also go and try to pick up the relics close to his base. There's at least 2 that he should be able to get. Is there a 30C coming up from DraCoNT? Yes it is. Or did he sell the stone? Wait, where is he going? Where's that 30C for DraCoNT? Only 2 TCs, 3 TC coming up way in the back here on the wood line. DraCoNT can see his extra stone as well, which I didn't even see, but now I know about it. And the Light Cav still trying to chase down those scouts. So for now, actually, if small fights in Castle Age with the scouts, the monks, and DraCoNT losing quite a few monks here. So BacT looking a bit better there, 3 more villages for him, and 3 TCs up and running. He had them earlier, so his economy actually should be quite good here. And that's the reason that BacT is in the score lead. The thing is, DraCoNT with the Light Cav will be able to grab a lot of relics. BacT has 1, is brought in the second. That means 2 relics plus 1 neutral for in the neutral zone for DraCoNT, 2 relics for BacT. Quite fair. Wheelbarrow coming from both players. Gold mining also for BacT. Now DraCoNT going with a few houses on these walls. Maybe against the siege tower hub, which is possible but not likely. And he's still got the Light Cav, so he will be fine. Now he's going to try and look for more relics maybe. Doesn't see all the map, but he's not going to find any of them because BacT was faster. Now BacT with a lot of food in the bank already, he will be able to click up to Castle Age, to Imperial Age within seconds. He doesn't need 1k food, it's less, like 15% less. You can actually click up at 850. Heavy plow, scale mail armor coming in, and also Imperial Age coming up for DraCoNT. We're going to see more barracks now, so it's going to be Condor Heroes and possibly bombard cannons or rams. I guess bombard cannons would be better, and monks. Pretty sure there's going to be a few monks around. We have no fighting whatsoever. We're having a lot of upgrades. Sanctity, heavy plow. What is BacT going to do in Imperial Age? He's also going for a few barracks. He's got 3 of them, but it's only 3. No siege workshop. Does he have a university? Yes. So he can go for chemistry if he wants to. And I think he's got 4 TCs actually. So pretty good boom coming in. The TC on that stone. BacT can see the gold now as well, and he's moving forward with the monks and spearmen for now. But he's gonna run into Conquerors very soon. Chemistry coming up immediately. Let's check DraCoNT. Is he going for condos? Yes, obviously. +2 defense already done. Iron casting coming up, and then I guess +4 defense next. University is up for him. Ooh, a villager got converted and building a forward barracks. This is really annoying. I think DraCoNT needs a monk to get rid of that villager, but the barracks will get finished. And now I think he should just open the walls, yes, like that, and go to attack here. There is more Conquerors from DraCoNT here, I think, because there's a few spearmen still from BacT. Few monks to help out, and a big fight happening. How's the upgrades looking here? +1, +2, but +2 for DraCoNT, and both players have the +4 now. Only a small choke point here. I don't know who that favors. I guess DraCoNT will be fine with only the choke points here. And we're seeing a lot of infantry battle. Let's go minimum slower. I'm not sure who is going to win this. BacT has 10 more villages. Resources for DraCoNT looking good. Resources for BacT looking alright. The players producing a lot. And the monks trying to heal. Maybe getting one or the other conversion in. Look at this. It's just crazy. But DraCoNT can reinforce faster. And that's the big advantage here. Hand Cannoneers coming up from BacT. But I think the Conquerors will be fine against hand cannons. And that was a mistake, I guess. Going for hand cannoneers instead of Conquerors was not the best idea. And BacT needed barracks forward, which he didn't get up. Instead, he went for those archer ranges. I think chemistry, yes, but for bombard cannons, not for hand cannoneers. The thing is, those Conquerors, they will die pretty fast, I don't think, but they to that mass, but only if they're in singles. And a big group won't die too fast. The castle are coming up from DraCoNT to protect this main gold here. And is he still going for Conquerors? No, he stopped for a bit here. He has got 40 military units, that's almost 40 Conquerors. And a castle will come up very soon. BacT now with a good amount of food, but not so much gold in the bank. Needs to secure the extra golds. Actually, TC coming up here. Good job for him. And also nice walls to protect the third gold, which is forward. Is he building a mining camp? Yes, with 3 villagers on the second gold as well. Now, DraCoNT could go for the gold on the right-hand side for the extra gold. And now BacT trying to catch up in military numbers. The hand cannoneer Conqueror combination might actually be quite strong, but those Conquerors are quite fast here, and DraCoNT still has more. That's why he's in the score lead. I think a better KD, yes, and more military units. Conscription crossbowmen now coming in even. They're gonna be good against the Conquerors, 1 +4 defense, but Arbalest will be strong. I guess the Italians do get Arbalest, I'm pretty sure, but they are an archer civ as well with the Chinese crossbowmen. Arbalest, padded archer armor, and I guess the infantry plus Arbalest combination should be better than the Conquerors or infantry plus hand cannoneers. And as you can see, now there's a few Conquerors inside BacT space, and BacT is losing all his military units. He's only 4 military units left. That's not a lot. DraCoNT taking this game, I think. Look at this. He's dominating the map. He can send more units if he wants to. He's using a trebuchet now to attack the first buildings. BacT is not dead. He's got 149 population. But how do you catch up here? There's so many Conquerors. There's a few more coming up from BacT. But he's gonna lose all these archery ranges at the front, and the trebuchet is now moving more forward. I think he needs to attack the barracks here. DraCoNT needs to do that to stop the Conqueror production. Chemistry now coming in from DraCoNT as well. A few arbalists in the back trying to hit the Conquerors and possibly the villages here. And BacT is in trouble still. How do you defend? You're getting a castle up now. I just wanted to say he doesn't have a castle, but there's one castle coming up to protect his economy. And a really nice, this is like a really nice layout actually. It looks quite beautiful. But he's not going to help. Looking beautiful is not the thing we need here. More Conquerors on the way. 71 military units, 78 military units for DraCoNT. That's like quadruple what BacT has, at least triple what he has. And BacT is not able to catch up. Doesn't have a lot of gold. He's got actually good gold income actually, or he could have. He's got a lot of villages on the second and third gold. But there is so many military units from DraCoNT that he cannot really engage until there's like at least, I guess, 50. Go with 50 military units at once, because DraCoNT has to split up his army a little bit. Actually, DraCoNT also raiding the gold here, which BacT didn't even see. BacT 135 villages, so he won't give up here unless he's really losing a lot. Pav is coming in to make these archers strong. I think +1/+1 on the arbalest. Yes, there it goes. And ring archer armor to have fully defensive upgrades as well. I guess Thumb Ring was there already. Guilds coming up, and to be honest, I think at this point, if I was BacT, I would call GG. The trebuchet is not coming up. 2 traps moving forward. The castle actually went down already. BacT now with 50 military units I was talking about, and I think he won't wait for too long to finally move in. More barracks going up in the back here. That is a lot of wood, so he could do that. But here goes the big fight, and if BacT is losing this, if BacT is losing his army, I think he will call GG. 81 against 46 military units. There's the engagement coming up. There's so many arbalists sitting. Look at this. The Conquerors is actually taking a lot of damage. Not so much as I thought. Do they have a bonus against arbalists? I'm not really sure. And that's interesting because DraCoNT is open, but I don't think it's a good idea for BacT to go raiding, because he is going to lose that for sure. And here we go, the Conqueror, the big fight. Conqueror fight with Arbalest to support that. But it looks like the traps will remain up, and there's 21 military units only. BacT now calling GG. He knows this is over. 144 pop, but DraCoNT will be able to go into the economy next. Very strong play by DraCoNT here. Played better overall, in my opinion. BacT with the tower rush is not really successful, and DraCoNT advancing to the next round. Arena Players Association's hope, as I'm calling it right now. Keith and DraCoNT. Hope you enjoyed these games. See you on the next ones, and GG.